Invincible by Robert, Corey Walker, and Ryan Otley is an American comic book series published by Image Comics that came out in the year 2003. It would continue to receive publication for the next 15 years until it would come to an end 144 issues later in the year 2018. It follows the coming-of-age story of Mark Grayson, who is the son of Earth's greatest hero, Omni-Man. The story sees Mark as his both body and heart are pitted against seemingly insurmountable odds. The comic book series would be well received by both fans and critics, making it extremely successful. Over the years, the series has continued to receive numerous spin-offs, with the latest one being announced in December of last year. This latest spin-off is going to follow the journey of Battle Beast as he embarks on his journey to find a worthy opponent who will give him his glorious death in combat. The first issue of this new series is set to debut sometime in April this coming year. With the third season of its critically acclaimed television adaptation on Amazon Prime Videos underway, this franchise does seem invincible at the moment. Having made its television debut in 2021, we are 3 seasons in, and the series just keeps getting more popular with every passing season. It has already been announced that the series has been renewed for a 4th season. Fans of the series, therefore, have nothing to worry about, as there seems to be plenty of Invincible content set to be released to keep them happy and occupied for this and next year as well. Kirkman has created some extremely memorable characters in this extremely adult and dystopian take on a world with superheroes in it. If you like the series The Boys, then Invincible will most likely appeal to you. It shows superheroes as flawed individuals who are as fallible as the average Joe. Despite its spacefaring and interdimensional settings, the show is very much grounded regarding the emotions these characters feel. In today's Marvel's video, we thought it would be a great idea to dive deep into the analysis of the Mauler Twins, villains who seem to have the tenacity of cockroaches and the intellect of geniuses. They appear in the series time and time again, providing hardly any threat to our heroes normally, but while major villains and some of the most powerful beings of the series has perished over time, these twins have endured, making them extremely intriguing. Are they just meant to be comic relief, or are they a serious threat to Invincible and his friends? We shall find out more about these things in the video, so strap in as we take a journey through this perilous world of Invincible, where you either die a hero or live long enough to become a villain. But before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please do subscribe to our channel. This may be a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin.
For a higher caliber.
Who are the Mauler Twins? The interesting thing about the Mauler Twins is the fact that they themselves don't know who they truly are. This is because the Mauler Twins are not really twins in the traditional sense, but are actually clones of each other who don't know who the original one is. They are mad geniuses who excel in all sorts of scientific experiments, particularly in the art of cloning and transferring one's consciousness from one body to another. We do know that the original Mauler fought against Omni-Man and the Guardians of the Globe, but not much is known about his fate after that, as the fight was truly not fleshed out. Regardless, all Maulers seem to have the desire to be identified as the original, and it's a permanent bone of contention between them. Each one claims to be the original, while pointing out the other one as the clone. At this point, no one knows the truth, not even themselves. The truth is that while the twins normally operate outside the letter of the law, they aren't truly chaotic evil. They're willing to work for anyone who offers them sufficient money or, a challenge worthy of applying their intelligence to. This makes them take up jobs for unscrupulous individuals, often to their own detriment. Despite being veritable geniuses, the Maulers often end up being defeated in the stupidest way thanks to their short-sightedness and arrogance. However, when the twins are working towards a goal, their efficiency is a sight to behold, thanks to their sharing the same consciousness and knowledge. While it is true we normally only see 2 Maulers at a time, further making us believe that they are twins, there have been times when there have been numerous Maulers present at the same time. These giant blue and bald humanoids are a complete paradox, as they are twins while not really being twins, and they are geniuses while at the same time being absolutely thick. The Maulers, despite their bulky frames, utilize their brains far more than their bronze, unlike what their name and size would have us believe. Their true origins will perhaps be forever shrouded in mystery, but to be honest, we kind of prefer it that way, as it lets the audiences share in the twins' confusion about who the original truly is. Why do the Mauler twins constantly argue about who the original is? Despite sharing identical bodies, mental capacity, and consciousness, it is wild how the Mauler twins are constantly arguing with each other to prove their originality. We believe they do this because they believe that it would validate their superiority over the other. The Mauler twins are arrogant beyond belief, and one can imagine what would happen if you put two identical individuals with the same level of arrogance under one roof. They try to prove their superiority by doing better than the other in their various projects and experiments, which inadvertently increases the quality of their work as the competition constantly pushes them to do better. Each Mauler twin is thoroughly convinced that they are the original, which shouldn't be a surprise as all of them literally share the same brain cells. The whole situation is quite comical due to the dynamic they share, making it hard for them to be taken seriously. But, this is not to say that their abilities can be underestimated. Imagine having two geniuses who are basically the same person working on a problem together, highly motivated to show that they are better than the other. Now, despite looking like meatheads, the twins are clearly geniuses, considering the things that they managed to create throughout the series. And in this way, their constant argument about who the original is kind of serves them in the long run. How did the Mauler twins work with Angstrom Levy? The Mauler twins would come to work with Angstrom Levy after the latter broke them out of their jail cell. The Mauler twins had been locked up there by the Immortal after they had resurrected him. Angstrom Levy was a scientist who had the ability to traverse freely between the various dimensions and universes. He recruits the Mauler twins to build him a machine capable of transferring the knowledge of all his multiversal counterparts into his own brain. Levy had already contacted his various counterparts to aid him in his quest, as it would greatly expand his own knowledge, increase his own powers, and grant him sufficient know-how to travel between dimensions more safely. Though initially surprised by the appearance of Levy in their cell, the twins would follow him through the portal into another Earth that was barren and desolate, where they would learn of Levy's plans from the horse's mouth. Though initially reluctant to aid Levy, seeing nothing in it for themselves, they quickly agreed to help after he threatens to leave them stranded in this desolate dimension. Levy quickly summons an army of Mauler twins from the various alternate realities, and they get together to build him the machine he requires. However, just as the machine had been completed and Levy had begun downloading all of his counterparts' knowledge into his brain, the facility was stormed by Invincible. Invincible, who had been tasked by Cecil to take down the operation, comes face to face with the Mauler twins, who try to defend Angstrom. Levy, in order to aid the Mauler twins, summons all the Mauler twins from the various universes to fight Invincible, and a massive brawl ensues. During the course of their battle, the machine that they devised explodes, while Angstrom is still attached to it. The aftermath shows that all of the summoned Mauler twins had been killed by the resulting blast. Just one of the twins had survived by using another twin as a meat shield to save him from the explosion. This made him the only surviving Mauler twin in the entire multiverse, but he was severely disfigured. He proceeds to help Angstrom Levy from the rubble, who himself had been severely disfigured and mutated by the blast. The Mauler twin then checks on Levy's well-being, asking to get some medical aid before walking away from the scene. How did the Mauler twins revive the Immortal? After attending his funeral under the pretext of paying homage to a worthy foe, the twins showed their true intentions that same night by robbing the fallen hero's grave for his body. They intend to resurrect him and place an obedience collar around his neck in order to revive him as their minion. They invent a device capable of doing just this. However, when they reattach Immortal's head to his body, the hero begins to be himself and comes back to life, fueled by his recent traumatizing memory of having his head removed along with Omni-Man's betrayal. He breaks free from the twins' device and flies off, bursting through the roof of the facility to confront his killer. The twins can only look on as they realize that instead of creating a powerful minion, they'd only managed to grant a new lease of life to one of their greatest adversaries. It would not take the act to come and bite the twins, as they would encounter Immortal while committing a robbery, resulting in them being incarcerated by the very man who they resurrected. What happened to the surviving Mauler after Angstrom Levy's experiment? The surviving Mauler from the Angstrom incident does what he does best and clones himself. However, his extremely disfigured visage allows him to identify himself as the original Mauler from the clone, as it is a clear indication of who came first. With the long-standing dispute over who the original was finally being resolved for the first time, the scarred Mauler dubs himself as King Mauler. He then proceeds to set out and create numerous clones in order to serve him and his goals. Thanks to his confirmed superiority, King Mauler is insufferable and mistreats his clones at every single opportunity. While, previously, when their originality had been in question, the Maulers, despite bickering amongst each other, had inadvertently pushed each other to become stronger and smarter. There was no longer any incentive to do so. Their bickering actually made them a much formidable foe, but that was no longer the case. This would change relatively soon when one of the clones poisons King Mauler, stating that there is a reason why things are the way they are before waking up, and we are guessing cloning himself once again, establishing the status quo. Can the Mauler Twins heal quickly? The Mauler Twins possess some degree of healing factor, as they can recover from wounds caused by conventional weapons like blades and guns pretty fast. They're also shown being able to recover even from injuries to their eyes. However, their healing factor is not capable of helping them repair extensive damage and mortal injuries. They are unable to regrow lost limbs and internal organs, making them susceptible to weapons like the multi-phase fusion generator turret. As seen during the Angstrom incident, their healing factor is also utterly garbage when they take damage from large explosions. All of the Mauler Twins are burned to cinders by that blast, which caused their device to explode. Only one of the twins remained after the explosion, and he was heavily scarred and disfigured. The fact that King Mauler's injuries never healed shows that the Mauler Twins aren't able to regenerate major damage to his body. To be fair to them, though, they don't really need much of a regenerative ability, as they can simply clone themselves and come back fresh as new as long as one of them survives. With the knowledge of who the original Mauler was forever lost, it really doesn't matter if they succumb to their injuries, as their existence is guaranteed. Are the Mauler Twins genius-level scientists? The Maulers are undoubtedly genius-level scientists. However, their intelligence is limited to scientific pursuit, as they seem to lack common sense regarding everything else. Throughout their run in the series, they have created numerous machines capable of things that couldn't possibly be devised by someone without a genius-level intellect. Their signature cloning device allows a Mauler to create a clone of himself within days from red blood cells. Once a suitable cell is identified, it is injected with a special serum, and then an electric discharge is passed on it, causing the cells to multiply at a rapid rate. The mass is then placed in a vat with a special liquid, which is fed by the Mauler until the body completely forms within a space of 2 to 3 days. The clone is then attached to another one of Mauler's revolutionary machines that allows one to copy and transfer the consciousness of an individual to another body. The machine is capable of copying everything from memories and knowledge, along with the personality of the person, and transferring it into a clone. This process is so accurate that the clone awakens, thinking of itself as the original. Oh, and they're also expert surgeons. We have witnessed them handling delicate medical equipment like, scalpels with expert precision. They managed to place a number of dangerous materials within the young body of a clone Rexplode without any external signs of surgery. They were also expertly able to reattach the head of their foe, Immortal, to his body, with, once again, no visual signs of any medical procedures. One must also mention their ability to literally pull a Tony Stark and build complex machinery for their need from literal scraps. A Mauler has seen converting an entire abandoned warehouse into a fully functioning laboratory with all of their cloning and mind transfer machines right from the very scratch. They were also able to build Angstrom's desired machine by merely listening to his intended purpose with the machine, once again using limited resources that he could get his hands on. This is not just a display of their genius-level intellect and engineering expertise, but also a testament to their resourcefulness. How strong are the Mauler Twins compared to Invincible? The short answer to this is no, because Invincible is a Viltrumite and is far stronger than them, having not even reached his full potential yet. However, they are still incredibly strong and durable. As seen during their heists or while constructing their machines, the twins are capable of effortlessly lifting heavy equipment like they are made of paper mache. Due to their massive frames, their legs are extremely well developed in order to support them. This has granted them the ability to leap considerable distances and heights effortlessly. All of their attributes like strength, durability, and endurance are at a superhuman level. The Maulers are easily able to withstand wounds from weapons like guns, even describing the sensation of getting shot as a tingling feeling. Their hardiness is demonstrated when one of the twins uses a drill press just to penetrate their skin and remove a blood sample. However, if someone like Omni-Man were to hit with his full strength, we have little doubt that it would kill them. As discussed a bit earlier, large explosions and anything that can cause mass destructions are fatal to the Maulers. Their body, while supremely tough, is no match against these things. Marvelous verdict. Throughout the history of TV shows and movies, we have come across multiple instances of twin villains, but rarely have they been portrayed as well as the Mauler twins. They were, in fact, the first on-screen villains that the audience comes across in the series. There's a key difference between their character design from the comics and the TV series. In the TV series, the twins are identical in every shape and form. However, in the comics, one of the twins is seen sporting a septum ring and a goatee, making them easy to distinguish from the other. We believe that the TV series version where you cannot tell one from the other is a much better design choice, as it really plays into their whole shtick of being perfect clones of each other. The Mauler twins might not be the overarching antagonist or even a real threat to Invincible and his friends, but they certainly have left an indelible impression on fans on the series. Characters like them are the reason that the world of Invincible feels so alive and lived in, as despite being side characters, they are extremely well written and developed. We hope that with this video, we were able to gain some insight into this villain from the Invincible franchise. As a franchise, Invincible has a bright future ahead of it. We are here to cover that journey every step of the way and bring it all to you as we explore and analyze its story and characters. For more content like this, be sure to check out the rest of our channel. We cover all of your favorite movies, TV shows, anime, and characters. So, there's something for everyone on our channel. Thank you for sticking with us right to the end of the video. We hope to see you soon again on our next Marvelous video. Until then, stay safe and stay marvelous. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.